All right, so here I go with the role of the visualizer. As you can see, it's already filled out, so I'm not going to refill it out, but I will walk you through it here, okay? Visualizer. In green pen, since we're taking notes about what the job of the visualizer is, first of all, a visualizer is somebody who thinks, sees, or talks in pictures, because they visualize things. They visualize what they read or what they hear. They see in pictures. Let's see. Since I'm not writing it, I kind of am a little lost here. So for question number 1, what do you think is the most important setting or event in this chapter? Pages blank to blank. So you'll clearly find the most important event or setting, and then you'll tell me what pages those are on. Each of you are writing on your own, reading your own copies, so you'll have different pages. That's fine. Most important setting or event. I'm going to want you to choose the event or setting that would change the story if it were not there. So it's kind of like Harry Potter. Think of Harry Potter. The scene opens up. The story of Harry Potter opens up on not Diagon Alley, on Privet Drive, and we see Harry in his little basement room underneath the stairs. What would change our how would our understanding of Harry Potter change if we never saw that he was kept under the closet, literally underneath the stairs in the closet? That was his room. Our perception of Harry would change immensely. We might not have the same compassion for him as we do having seen where he comes from. So you're going to look for that event or setting that would completely change the story or our understanding of the character if it were not there. And so in chapter 2, chapter 1, I'm saying pages 3 through 10. The most important setting or event in this chapter is, for me, I would say the ritual telling of feelings. Now, I actually do want to take a note on ritual, because ritual means it happens regularly, often. We don't know necessarily if it happens every night or once a week. We don't know that, but we know that it happens regularly. Okay, now it is the most important event in this chapter because, and for me, you guys will all have different responses, but for me, it gives me many insights into the community. For example, families are not biological. We learned that in this chapter. Now, what would happen if all you said was it gives many insights into the community? I can tell you as a teacher, my first response would be I would circle insights and I would say be more specific. So I am specific. For example, families are not biological. I actually say what one of the insights is that we get from the ritual telling of the feelings. So as you are filling out this handout, I always want you to at least give me one specific. And to be honest, all of your other teachers are probably going to want more specific answers, less generalities. Next, question number 3, how the text describes the setting or event. And then I add in this little note, or says about. Now, here, I'll turn this here for you. And I do want you to write this. Use as many quotes as possible, and not only dialogue quotes. And what I mean by that is, I want you to pull from the text, word by word, what is being said about this setting or event. Do not paraphrase if you don't have to. If you can, pull quotes specifically from the text, which is what I do here. And even though I mentioned it up in here, I'm going to rewrite it here because it's important, because the text says this about the telling of feelings. It says that it is a ritual that happens in the evening. That's what the text actually says. And if I get my giver copy out, bam, and if I turn specifically to page 5 in my copy, right there, it says it was one of the rituals, the evening telling of feelings. So I have pulled quotes from the text. What else does this chapter say about the telling of feelings? Kids are, Jonas and his sister, are being kids and arguing over who goes first, which tells us that people actually like this ritual. Okay? So again, you see, I actually quoted, argue over who goes first. That came from the text. You won't always fill up all of these bullet points, but oftentimes you will be able to. Right now, there's going to be tons of other things that you can fill out, and I'm going to want you to do that on your own as homework. Next section here, what I added in my head. What I would like you to say here is details with your own mind, eye, and experience. So what did you add? What are the details that you added with your own mind, eye, or experience? Everybody's going to have different experiences. I'm moving it down a little bit. I'm sorry if it's making you seasick. There. Everybody's going to have their own experiences, so everybody's going to have different details that they add. For example, I saw kids arguing and bickering because they were arguing over who goes first. So that's what I saw. What else did I see? I saw what looks like initially a normal family, people sitting around talking. That's fairly normal on the surface. And I also saw happy people because they were, they just seemed like they were content with each other. So that's what I saw. I would like you to talk about what did you smell and what are 2 things that you heard. Okay? So fill in the rest of this. Section number 4. Illustrate it. So illustrate, and by it we mean the most important event or setting. If you're doing a digital copy of this, you can copy and paste images, but otherwise I'd like you to draw it. Okay? And that's that for that. Thank you and goodbye.